Guys, welcome to my new channel. This channel is going to be majority football, boxing, UFC, predictions, talks after football matches, what I thought about the match, about my team Liverpool, content around them, and yeah, just chatting shit about sport really. Today's video is something I wanted to speak about for quite a while. It's about Floyd Money Mayweather versus Logan Paul. This fight has just recently been postponed, which it's weird because with this fight, I think it was February 20th that it was meant to be happening, and there's just been nothing. There's not been any press conferences, and in a month, with a month left to the fight, you'd expect them kind of things. You can't bet on the fight anywhere. I've not seen Floyd even mention the fight. It's weird, and I do hope that it still happens. Because it's going to be such an interesting fight, and a lot of people are saying that, Floyd's going to absolutely batter Logan Paul. But he won't. And the reason I tell you he won't is people are saying that Floyd Mayweather is going to go in there, bully Logan Paul, and knock him out. Now, the bully part, that might be true. No one can deny how amazing Floyd Mayweather is. He can very easily go in there, dance around for God knows how many rounds it is in a super exhibition, go in there, dance around, and, in my opinion, get the decision. He will not knock out Logan Paul. Logan Paul is so much heavier than Floyd Mayweather, and I'm not saying that Logan Paul will win because I do not believe that. But I also do not believe that Floyd Mayweather has the capability to knock Logan Paul out anymore, because, the last time Floyd Mayweather knocked anyone out was Victor Ortiz, and that was in 2011. And the only reason he knocked Victor Ortiz out is because Victor Ortiz was giving him a hug and just kept hugging him during the fight and wouldn't let go of him. And when Victor Ortiz said sorry, Mayweather caught him with a sucker punch and knocked him out. And before that, it was Ricky Hatton. Mayweather doesn't knock people out. He doesn't have knockout power. Yes, he has knocked people out earlier in his career, but later on in his career, all his fights were winning by decision. He wasn't winning. Logan Paul, no matter how this fight goes, has won. Logan Paul has got a fight with Floyd Money Mayweather. He's a YouTuber. And he has got a fight with arguably the greatest boxer to ever get into a ring. He's won. Logan cannot do what Conor McGregor did if he genuinely wants to win this fight. Conor McGregor genuinely believed that he would go at Floyd Mayweather and knock him out. And that is the one way you don't fight Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is a genius of luring people in, allowing them to come to him, defending it. And as soon as they gas out, that's when Floyd comes. And it's exactly what happens to McGregor. And if Logan Paul makes that same mistake, yes, I can see it being stopped, but I cannot see it being... I can't imagine Floyd Mayweather cracking him one on the chin and Logan Paul just folding. That will not happen. The referee could stop it because of how tired Logan Paul is. If this fight gets stopped, it will be the exact same way that Floyd Mayweather stopped Conor McGregor. Logan Paul will get too gassed, too tired, and just, he can't even throw punches anymore. But Logan cannot go at Floyd Mayweather. Logan Paul, as soon as that bell rings, needs to stand there, let Floyd Mayweather go to him. Because if he will not hit Floyd Mayweather if he goes to try and attack him. It just will not happen. And people saying that Logan can't win, that's just not true. Logan Paul can win this fight. Do I think he will? No. But can he? Yeah. Logan Paul is so much bigger than Floyd Mayweather, and I don't think people are fully understanding the actual size difference in weight. There is a big weight difference between these two. And if a man the size of Logan catches you flush on your chin, which granted against Floyd Mayweather, yeah, it'll be hard. But if he catches you flush on his chin, Floyd Mayweather could be in trouble. And, it's a super exhibition, so it won't touch his 50-0 on paper, but ego-wise, God, it'll touch his 50-0 if he loses to Logan Paul. And people can disagree, that's absolutely fine, there's the whole point of having an opinion, but Floyd Mayweather can lose to Logan Paul. I don't think it'll happen, but he can. Logan Paul needs to stand in that ring, and as soon as Floyd Mayweather comes anywhere near him, jab. Because Logan's got a good jab, we saw that against KSI in the first fight. Logan has got a really good jab, and he's got really good fundamentals of boxing. And he's also got a really good right hand, sorry. But the problem is, he doesn't throw it. He never throws that right hand. Logan Paul is scared of getting hit, and we saw that against KSI. He never comes in. He never goes in for the kill. Even when he dropped KSI in the second fight, KSI was on wobbly legs. But Logan Paul, for the rest of that round, just jabbed him. Logan Paul is scared of getting hit, but also scared of hitting the other opponent, which, against Floyd Mayweather, if you're not going to even try, then, there isn't really much point in the fight happening, in my opinion. But I do think Logan is scared of getting hit, and I think, you saw that in the first fight against KSI, and in the second fight, in my opinion, KSI dropped Logan Paul. He hit him just behind the ear. It wasn't on the back of the head if you watch it back. So Logan Paul can be dropped, but not by Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather does not hit hard enough. Nowhere near hard enough. Yeah, he has knocked people out, but you've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather's, his nickname was Pretty Boy at the beginning because that's how he boxed. He did knock people out. But you've got to remember, 1996 his career began. He's 43 now. And yeah, people say, the last thing in boxing to go is your power, which, yeah, is correct. But Floyd didn't have that much anyway. And, Floyd fought that Tension Kid, which in my opinion was just bloody bullying. He got paid a fortune to knock out some... God, how old was he? He looked about 12, the Japanese lad. And even in that, yeah, Floyd absolutely bullied him. There's no doubt about it. But at that age, your reflexes aren't the same. You can't move as quick. Your footwork isn't the same. Floyd Mayweather, even from 2017 when he fought Conor McGregor, will not be the same fighter when he fights Logan Paul. Because it's 4 years later, nearly just short of 4 years. He will not knock out Logan Paul. Don't get me wrong, I think, personally, Floyd Mayweather will go in there, have a dance around, do a few shoulder rolls, miss every single punch that, Logan throws at him, and then eventually get the decision. Depending, because we don't know how long this fight is, so depending how long it is, it's a super exhibition, so I'd be surprised if it's more than 6. If it's 10 rounds, then I'd say, I think Floyd by TKO, just not full knockout. I don't think Logan's going to be lying on the floor like Nate Robinson. But just the fact of, in the first fight again against KSI, Logan gassed out. And in the second fight, I think, what was it, 6 rounds? I think 1 or 2 more rounds and Logan would have gassed out again. So, if it's 6 rounds, I see it being decision for Floyd. But if it's anything longer than I personally think that Floyd will stop him, but not brutally. I don't think anyone will get brutalised in this fight in the slightest. I don't think Logan... No, I'm not. I do think Logan will manage to hit him because Floyd isn't the same fighter. Yes, he is the best ever. There is no... I don't think many people would debate that. but he's 43 years old. He won't be able to move the same. He's just, it's just physics. It's just what happens when you get older. You can't move the same. Your reactions aren't the same. You're not as quick. Your footwork won't be as good. And that's the way I see it going. I'm looking forward to the fight. I think it'll be interesting. What I'm hoping is that we're not in for another Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, because I stayed up and watched that fight, and I think just I don't know. I think it seemed like there was a gentleman's agreement in that, because I think it was maybe the third round. Mike Tyson just stopped throwing to the head. He was just throwing body shots, and that's not Mike Tyson. So I hope it's a little bit better than that. So yeah, that's my opinion on Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not too sure why it's been postponed. I'm sure there are many reasons, but yeah, there's absolutely nothing on it anywhere. No press conference. You can't bet on it anywhere. So it's an interesting fight. So I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, can't wait. So that's it from me. There'll be another video on this channel tonight. At just after the Liverpool Tottenham game, I'll be doing an instant match reaction to that, giving my opinions on the match. I'm a Liverpool fan, so who knows how that's going to go these days at the moment. But hopefully we'll get the win, and I'll be in a good mood when I make the video. So I will see you all later. Goodbye.